Hey guys, how you all doing? It's FishyFisher coming at you with a brand new episode of Nothing Harder. If you don't know what the show is about, basically we're playing Super Smash Bros. For Wii U on the 9.0 Classic Mode difficulty, which is the hardest difficulty, also known as Nothing Harder. And today, my goodness, that was fast. Today we are playing as Lucario, the Aura Pokemon, who I've played with tons with in the Amiibo tournament and stuff like that, and he was suggested by the people down below right now. So thank you guys for suggesting him, and feel free to suggest the next character also down below in the comments. So yes, Lucario. I have a lot of experience playing with Lucario, and this only took me 2 tries actually. I was hoping for a single try, but I got killed by a giant Lucas, unfortunately, which you'll see that in the it's not really a fail compilation, I guess, with only one, but still in the fail reel. I don't know. But here we are going with Lucario. I have a lot of experience playing with him, even though, like, I don't know, he's not really my favorite character, just because, I don't know, he doesn't really match the style. He doesn't really have a Meteor Smash, which I really like Meteor Smashes. And there's just, like, a few things that, like, he doesn't have that, like, I miss in a character. His aura element, though, is really cool. The fact that with the more damage he has, then the more damage he'll give, the more damage he'll do. I think that's sick, but like the problem is, especially with the 9.0 difficulty, is that you never really tend to get to those higher percentages with Lucario without being killed really quickly by a stupid item or something like that. Like as you saw earlier here with DD's throw, I got killed super easily. So having that bonus doesn't really help in this 9.0 difficulty, which sucks. But oh well, I can get over it, and he's still pretty good, and I'm still pretty good with him, so it's not that bad. And I mean, it helps out definitely, against these normal fights especially. And I bet that if I was at over 150 damage, that against that Master Core, I probably would not, like, if I avoid being hit, then I'm sure I'll be able to just do a ton of damage and take him out really quickly. But anyways, it doesn't really matter, as we are here and with Lucario anyway. Despite his weaknesses, he was completed. I mean, it's not the biggest thing in the world, like the fact that he's not as good as he is when he's at 0%, I guess, but like that's probably my biggest complaint about Lucario, actually, now that I think about it, because I guess like truly unlock his potential, you have to have damage, so the whole point in Smash is to not get damage. So I mean, even though like it helps him out, I feel like you kind of have to have damage to be good with Lucario, if that makes sense. But I mean, with high enough damage, you can kill people at like 0% and stuff. Like I remember training for one of the Amiibo tournament episodes. Like I was just instant killing one of the guys when he was at low level. So I mean, he's like, Lucario is really good. Just maybe not the best Nothing Harder material, but you know, still clearly something went right. He has a counter, which I say is very important when doing Nothing Harder. So that comes in very handy. And his counter is really good, actually. So that was really useful. So yeah, now that we're here with Lucario, it feels like a while since I've actually played Nothing Harder, because when the 2 characters came out, I kind of want to take a little bit of a rest, because I did those 2 episodes like one after the other really quickly. So I took a this is now, is this even late? I can't remember. It's a day late. I didn't post it yesterday, but it's still coming out, guys, don't worry. But yeah, here we are. It feels like a while since I've done one. I don't know why, but it just does. And I'm glad I chose Lucario to get back in the swing things. And we're actually almost done Nothing Harder. And that's another thing I kind of wanted to bring up too, because there's a choice, I guess. And feel free to voice your opinion down below. I could make it a poll. I probably won't though. But basically what I want to know is if you guys would rather me complete the All-Star mode on hard difficulty, or do Nothing Harder challenges, I guess. So the difference would be is that, well, I mean, clearly the hard challenges, wow, I'm doing pretty well in this free-for-all battle, I remember this. But in the All-Star mode, obviously it's just All-Star and hard, but then the hard 9.0 challenges would be, you know, challenges in completing 9.0 with restrictions. For example, that hammerless DDD challenge I was telling you about, or someone was telling me a swordless Marth, that would be pretty tricky, but I could give it a try. I don't know how I'd complete the last guy, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you can leave challenges like that available. The hammerless DDD is a good one, and Solimar also is a really good one too. Ooh, yikes, that counter was pretty devastating. But yeah, so I'm thinking there's options, that's for sure, and I feel like that may be more enticing because you know, I don't know, I guess it's more unique than just kind of completing the episodes, right? And it is, this series is called Nothing Harder, and you know, All-Star hard mode doesn't really have a great ring to it. So, you know, if I could continue doing Nothing Harder videos, even though I've completed all the characters, if that makes sense. So it's just something to think about. Otherwise, you know, all-star mode on hard is definitely something to go through, and that could be something fun to do as well. So don't think I'm against it or anything like that. But by the way, watch me just fail with this Lucario final smash. I'm just not good with controllable final smashes, that's for sure. Because all the CPUs are just so defensive when they're there. Yeah, if you got that Dragoon piece though, I would have been dead. But yeah, so let me know what you think about that options, because it's an option, that's for sure. And obviously the time will come when the time comes that I'll need to make that decision. There's still quite a few characters left, but I've gone through tons. So stay tuned, I suppose, if you want to see what comes of that. So as we're going on to the custom section of the game with Lucario, and like I'll say, these Lucario matches, I think they're a little longer than normal, just because Lucario isn't, you know, like great at rushing and getting the early kill in the game. You know, he can if he has a lot of aura, which, you know, he doesn't at the beginning of the matches. So we should do some of the questions, I suppose. So we got 3 questions I've chosen from the combination of the Lucina video, the Corrin video, and the Bayonetta video. I'm not sure if one was left out and 2 comments were taken from one. I just kind of chose the 3 questions that I like best from all 3 of those. So the first question that I have is from Linkipa, and I see your avatar is just on point, I'm just gonna say. But anyways, Linkipa, if that is your real name, says, "Damn, that intro was fire. Also, I enjoy seeing these vids, and my question is, do you like tune-up?" Now, I chose this question for multiple reasons, and this villager can leave me alone, please. Please leave me alone, villager. But I chose this question for a few reasons, because first of all, he talked about that intro, and this was a comment on the Corrin video, because a little known fact is that to sync these Nothing Harder videos, instead of doing like a 1, 2, 3 sync at the beginning of every video, in my intro I sing along to it, if that makes sense. So because I was trying to push these videos out as soon as possible, I forgot to rewatch the intro and forgot to cut out my little singing that I included at the end there. So that wasn't supposed to be there, and that's actually, I record that at the beginning of every single video, including this one too. So hopefully I don't forget to take it out of this one. Oh, and here's another final smash, let's do this. But yeah, so that was kind of why I chose this video, just to kind of tell you that it's kind of an accident, but kind of a funny accident. You know, I'm not gonna re-upload it with it fixed, but I think it's hilarious. So, and do I like tuna? No, I'm actually vegetarian. So, fun fact about me. So, going on to the next question. This one is from Pickers Ahoy, who says, "Hey Fishy, who is Batonetta? And what is 11 times 11? Need help, SOS urgent." So I'm pretty sure this is a miniature troll. But Batonetta, this requires a Google search, I'm sure. But Batonetta is someone I'm not very familiar with, you know. It's similar to Bayonetta, of course, but, you know, it's not, obviously. But 11 times 11, because I said I'd do more math questions, 11 times 11 is 121. And fun fact, if you want to do any, if you want to solve any number that is times 11, any double-digit number that's times 11, the easy way to do it is, say you want to do 55. So, you know, how am I going to know 11 times 55? Well, what you do is you take the 2 numbers, split them, and then add those 2 numbers together, and then put them in together. So if I'm correct, so 55, you separate them, and then add those 2 digits together. So 5 plus 5 is 10. But so then you go 5 blank 5, put the 1 in the middle, and then there. So 55 times 11 should be 565. I should probably make sure that's true before I'm so confident in my mathematics skills. Okay, well, it's 605, so maybe you add it to the beginning. Let's do one that's a little easier that doesn't involve. So let's do 43 times 11. 43 times 11 should be 473, if that's correct. So you see 43, and then 4 plus 3 in the middle is 7. So 43 times 11 is 473. There you go. So this is kind of what, I'm not entirely sure what happens when you have an extra digit. But anyway, that's just kind of, that's an easy way of doing 11 times tables. I don't know why I described that. I thought that was way too cool, or way cooler than it actually is. So you want to impress your friends and be like, "Hey, what's 81 times 11? Oh, it's 891 actually. I thought of that right now. Ask me any 11 times table and I'll get it on the spot." So, you know, impress your friends with this FishyFisher knowledge tidbit. Ding. Next question. Next question comes from Spyro the Gerudo as we're destroying these Mii fighters. It was a great Etika picture, by the way. Awesome. And he says, have you ever thought of trying Super Smash Bros. Clones at one point? From what I know, there was a Cartoon Network game and Kung Fu Panda game that copied Smash Bros. But would make Sakurai or D1 cry themselves to sleep. Very true. You know, I kind of, like, every time I play those games, I have that whole reaction of, you know, it copied Smash Bros. Because, I mean, Smash Bros, it's true, it did copy Smash Bros. And, you know, when I'm playing, like, I believe someone responded to that comment saying the category is a platform fighter, and Smash Bros. I feel like popularized it, which makes sense. But still, like, Smash Bros. Popularized it as well as perfecting it. I haven't really played another platform fighter that has really had the same effect Smash has on me, I guess. I think just Smash has the recognizable names that makes it charming to play, and, you know, the characters that you wouldn't necessarily see in a fighting game like Pikachu. So, you know, that's kind of like one of the largest appeals to it to me compared to the other ones. Those other games, like, or the ones thinking of specifically, you know, everyone's favorite example to think of Smash Bros. Clones is PlayStation Battle Royale, PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, which, you know, to be honest, and to be fair, I've played that game quite a bit, and, you know, it's just not as good as Smash Bros. I mean, I think everyone can kind of agree with that. I'm not saying it's a bad game at all, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying the fact that it's just not as good of a game as Smash Bros. So I mean, I'm sorry, PlayStation All Stars, if somehow you see this video, but it's just kind of true. Yeah, so that's just kind of my opinion on the whole thing. Like, why bother playing it when we have Smash Bros? I'm sure, you know, that Rivals of Ether game looks really cool, but I mean, just Smash Bros is the classic, and I have Smash Bros to play it, so. You know, it's kind of hard to explain, but I definitely, if there's one that's really good and, like, if really highly recommended, I won't write it off as just a Smash Bros. Clone. I'd give it a try, but if I find that I just prefer Smash Bros. Or I'd rather go back to Smash Bros., then that's just kind of the way it is. I don't know. But yeah, I don't really intend to play some of those Kung Fu Panda games or whatever. But yeah, they're definitely not bad games. But anyway, here we are with Lucario in the final stage. Thank you, Spyro the Gerudo, for that question, by the way. And here we are in the Lucario the final battle in the Lucario section. And like I said, that Lucario needs to have a lot of aura to hit hard. And I'm at 85 damage, which actually does quite a lot at this point. So now's a really good time to do it. But you'll see that I'm only getting like really just small hits in, just because I'm kind of scaling my moves a bit. But Lucario doesn't really have that many great moves against this Master Fortress. Most of Lucario's moves are good against just characters. He's a really good character fighter, that's for sure, but, you know, just he's not that great in 9.0, personally, even though I'd still beat him. I just have to be a lot more careful, and I can't really play the same way as I have. Or, how about this? I'll say it like this. He doesn't have the advantages that other characters do in 9.0, that's for sure. He doesn't have that many strong attacks that he can pick off, but, you know, he's meant to be combo fighter, or I'm not entirely sure what Lucario is supposed to be honest, but it just doesn't have personally what it takes. I was just playing really careful, and I kind of wanted to beat this pretty quickly, so that's kind of why I did it. Normally, most of my losses are when I'm kind of playing carelessly, or, you know, playing under pressure. Like, sometimes I lose a lot in on some of the DLC ones, like Mewtwo. I think I had just so much pressure that I had to have this on day one that it just took me so long to do. So that could be it. But I'm pretty confident with Lucario. I mean, I've trained 2 amiibo fully as Lucario, and he's not my main though. But you know, I've just played a lot with him, I guess. So I'm pretty, you know, I know my way around Lucario, and he has the counter, which is just, you know, as I keep on saying, crucial if you are having difficulty with this last stage as well, because I mean, you can see their attack coming a mile away, so you'll know when to counter. But here I am wrecking on this 9.0 difficulty, and you'll see that I'm not actually the one that destroys him, and it's pretty funny how he dies, to be honest. And I'll explain it because it's a little confusing. But here we go, oh, just wrecking this guy. Here we go. Oh, up throw. Oh, missed the up air. Oh, that's a shame. Gotta charge the ball, throw a little uncharged one, and smack. Nope, not quite. And let's get him gone. Oh, up smash. Oh, there he goes. And up. Oh, what? He died up there. I didn't even touch him. My guess was that I hit him, so he had like about 1 health left. And then when he was off screen, you lose 1 health or something like that every few seconds when you're off screen. So that little 1 health loss that he got when he was off screen actually killed him, which was pretty funny. But yeah, anyway, so here we go, Master Fortress here. Come on, Fishy, you got this. And like I said, I just played this so much that I kind of know like what to do. Kind of treat this as like a little map, I suppose, if you're having difficulty, that is. I should have probably killed that guy behind me because he's fully charged it, and those blasts are devastating. I did charge my aura sphere, but it doesn't really matter. Just do down smashes, up smashes, side smashes, just to knock those guys off, and they're probably gonna die. It's very unlikely that they'll survive. But I got really lucky here because I accidentally hit, or I don't think I accidentally hit it, but I hit it, and I managed to not get damaged at all. But you know, that was kind of a foolish move, and I didn't tech that. I might have gone even more damage, which might have resulted in a really stupid death, which there's been a lot of those at this point, that's for sure. But here we are, 82%. I decide to take the heart, obviously, even though that cripples, I suppose, Lucario. I'd rather do less damage than die, you know? It kind of makes sense. So, you know, just doing the pop shots, running past people I don't really care about. Gotta kill that guy, but I actually didn't kill him. Oh, well, that's a shame. And we're almost at the end as we're splatting on this guy right here. Also, kind of wanted to give a little quick update about the Amiibo tournament. Some of you may have noticed that there hasn't been an episode in a little bit. I'm just kind of waiting on some content from someone I'm collabing with, the person I'm collabing with. As soon as that comes in, we will be good to go. We'll be cooking with fire. I'm really excited to be working with this guy too. So that's coming out soon, and look forward to that, I suppose, because then the actual tournament's going to start, and there will be a lot going on with that. So look forward to that, because it's going to be really exciting. And I'm really excited to be trying out this whole live streaming thing, because we're going to be live streaming the episodes, if you remember that correctly. So that's just a quick little update on that if you were wondering about that, I'm sure. Because I'm hopefully going to have that video out on Friday, and I'm going to hunt down the guy. But here we are, doing the last pop shots, just destroying this guy, and oh, everyone's gone, all hell's broken loose, and I'm just spamming the up air, you know, probably just scaled that move so hard and destroyed Master Core. So there we are, there's another Nothing Harder. Make sure you guys comment below who you want to see next in Nothing Harder, as well as leave your comment question for me to answer on the show. As you'll see, as you saw, 3 questions were answered. Your question could be answered next. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, and all that lovely stuff, which I love you all so much for doing. And stay tuned for the next episode of Nothing Harder and all that stuff. So this is FishyFisher, guys, and as Lucario tries to keep destroying it, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.